Don't make me envious. You know I'm coming at you right, and I'm rubbing my head. You're gonna make me dangerous.
Cigarette.
Cigarette. I don't smoke cigarettes, but maybe this person does. Nathan. Sometimes I'm like, am I supposed to look at myself or the camera hole? You know, I'm like, is there like a big difference? Like, I don't know. Like, how can I not look at myself? It's like I'm talking to another person over here. Anyway, hello, collective. It's Patience, your favorite psychic, medium, intuitive host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about your non-physicalness. If you want to learn about that and how to integrate your soul and how to clean your field and how to do some self-discovery, you go over there. That's on Spotify. Here on our YouTube with our spirit team, the Guild of the Golden Triangle, we do our collective detective psychic development. I'm a childhood psychic that is now honoring her gift at 38. I don't even know how old I am. I don't even care. I don't even care how old I am. Like, who cares? I'm limitless. I'm an infinite being. There's no age here. That's how I keep my youthfulness. Anyway, I love you, collective. I love you so much. I care so much about you. If you don't think anyone cares about you, you're wrong. Me and God care about you. Your spirit team cares about you. Your ancestors care about you. You got to care about us. Okay? We're teaching you that little by little. Toning. We're toning you up. Toning you up. Okay? We got Nathan and I am hiding, which I was like, okay, spirit. That's it. That's all I get. They're giving me a challenge. I've been challenged today. Challenge accepted. So, I have a song. Okay, let's get our first clue in. Pardon me, spirit. I'm going to go to the songs. Okay. I got a song by Griff, Miss Me Too, which we've actually heard this song before, but it's still relevant. There was something so bitter and gold in my eyes then. So something in the past, like a lucid dream, like a rosy tint on a glass lens, looking through rose-colored glasses in a dream, living in a dream. And I thought I would be oh so whole again. Oh, and what a time we had. I drunk the drinks, I shook the hands, and I believed the plan. You know, last time we had this song for someone, they were dibbly dabbling in the bibbity bops, the boobity boops, the schmoopity boops, the schmeemity beeps. That's magic if you didn't know. You know, bibbity bobbity boo, the bibbity bops. Okay. But I don't know yet. I'm just saying, I was just making an observation. Okay, I want to say the data. So if it comes up later, I know that it's good. I was trying to rhyme, but anyway, I feel so silly right now. This person could possibly be a silly person. Oh, and what a time we had. I drunk the drinks, I shook the hands, I believed the plan. So some kind of plan they were believing, but it broke my heart in a million ways. It did not work out. It fell apart in a foreign place. So I don't know if they were actually like in a foreign land to them or where they were at emotionally was foreign. And all I want to do is find a way back to you because I miss me too. So I want to go back to themselves. They've lost themselves in some kind of plan that they had. And the empty lanes that I would chase for miles because I felt something. Yeah, I felt alive. I miss me too. I miss talking to the bathroom floor. I miss staring at the ceiling because it felt so tall. I miss sleeping to the sound of the kids next door. And there's just something so bitter and cold in the air tonight. So if time is a healer, is there a waiting list I can find? This person wants to heal. And what a time we had. I drank the drinks and shook the hands. I believe the plan. And then it just repeats. Oh, wait. I miss talking to the bathroom floor. I miss staring at the ceiling. I miss sleeping to the sound of the kids next door. This person could potentially have kids that they're separated from. They have a drinking problem. They want to heal, but something went wrong with their plan. Yeah, okay, got it. Let's go on to the next clue. Look in drawer. Yeah, we're going to look for the next clue. Okay. So some kind of plan went wrong. Okay, I got the New American Bible. I opened it up to a psalm. I opened it up to Psalms 97, the divine ruler of all, and I got a meme. It says, "When you see karma working its magic on the bitches who did you dirty." So this person did something to someone that they're receiving karma for, and now they're wondering what the hell happened. The Lord is king, let the earth rejoice, hallelujah. Let the many islands be glad. Cloud and darkness surround him. Justice and right are the foundation of his throne. Lovelier. I love you too, Spirit. I love you so much. You're the best. You the best. You the best. Okay, sorry. I get so distracted. It's my neurodivergency. Justice and right are the foundations of his throne. Fire goes before him, consuming his foes on every side. His lightning illumes the world. The earth sees and trembles. The mountains melt like wax before the Lord. Before the Lord of all the earth, the heavens proclaim his justice. All people see his glory. I'm going to leave the meme card out. All who serve idols are put to shame. I told you the last time I heard this song, they were doing bibbidi bops. This person is serving a false idol, which could be, it doesn't have to be magic, but it could be money or women or drugs. I don't know why I said women. All who serve idols are put to shame, who glory in worthless things. All gods bow down before him. Zion hears and is glad, and the daughters of Judah rejoice because of your judgments, Lord. For you, Lord, are the most high over all the earth, exalted far above all gods. You who love the Lord hate evil. This person did something evil. He protects the souls of the faithful, rescues them from the hand of the wicked. Light dawns for the just, and gladness for the honest of heart. Rejoice in the Lord, you rejoice in the Lord, you just, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness. Around. So this person was going around town just in making shame and doing evil things, making judgments on people. Form, good form. He lost his form. His lightning illuminates the world, consuming his foes on every side. Cloud and darkness surround him. This person's going through karma. We had the meme card that said, when you see your karma working, it's magic. Oh, and this says magic. I'm telling you. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, bro. This is part of that collective doing magic. All right, Dream Decoder. Got it. I opened it up to Natural World, Thunder and Lightning. Spirit just said lightning in the Bible. When you peel a banana and there's a bruise on it, this person is a bruise on a banana? Okay. While startling, lightning also illuminates, only for a fraction of a second, but enough to impress the surroundings on our memory. So some kind of idea that struck this person like lightning that was enough to impress people around them because he wanted people to remember them. Symbolically, it forms a brilliant bridge between heaven and earth, the realm of the mind and the imagination of the realm of the physical senses. Go down. What does the lightning reveal? Dangers around you or the way forwards? Is it a flash of inspiration? And if so, how can you use it to best advantage? So this person got a startling was illuminated with a startling idea that he got in a fraction of a second, that he gave a fraction of a second to. He was just like, just like didn't think about anything long term, which tells me that he's impulsive, reckless even. And he thought about it enough to impress people around him, his surroundings, to make him memorable. Symbolically, oh, my battery's gonna die. Whoopsie.
Trust. Looking at it. Lost.
Well, Spirit just said lost. Spirit just said lost. So this person, he's impulsive, he's lustful.
Nine spirits.
He's lustful. He made a quick decision for only a fraction of a second because he wanted to impress somebody in his surroundings and make them remember him or them. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Spirit said form, and this says it forms. They formed a brilliant bridge between heaven and earth. That's a bridge is in quotation marks. He may have opened some kind of portal between heaven and earth and some kind of realm. Some kind of realm between heaven and earth. He opened one, maybe through magic. He was using his mind and his imagination, but he was lustful, so the realm of lust. He was doing it for sex. He was doing it to impress a girl or something. Or not, it could be same sex, I don't know. But it revealed danger around them, and it clouded the way forward. In a flash of inspiration,
I was killed.
In a flash of inspiration, left to him being disadvantaged. He was in a fog. The fog obscured their dreams, and usually indicated that they're unable to discern the situation clearly. They didn't have discernment or intuition. They didn't use their intuition. They used it for a relationship or for a work project with someone that they wanted a relationship with. They were trying to look cool for someone they wanted a relationship with. Their subconscious was warning them not to proceed to this direction because it would be extreme. They would need extreme caution because it would be a catastrophe. Is there someone or something in which you need to be particular wary of? Yeah, this person was messing with things they didn't understand because they wanted to impress a girl. They wanted to relate, or not a girl, but someone they want a relationship with. I don't know if it's a girl. But the thunder god, unsurprisingly, was growling at him, not to enough, for enough is enough, and startled them. And
Husband.
Someone's husband thought they were sophisticated and modern by using magic, and by association, the thunder came as anger, and specifically anger is someone in authority. Angered someone of authority. Are you saying they put a love spell on somebody? I don't know. They may have they they angered God because what they were doing was against God, and they thought they were so sophisticated and modern, but God thinks of them as God was angry at them. Maybe that's why they're so hurting right now. The song said, I miss me too, because this person thought by association to magic that they would become sophisticated and cool, that they would become someone of authority. I got you. But they had their wounds make them angry. They have a anger demon on them. And that's not like literally a demon, but just an energy of anger. 90%. They're having problems with someone seeing them as superior, perhaps at work or in another area of their life, that makes them angry. There's someone that makes them angry that they think is superior to them. And it made them angry, so they thought that by doing magic and opening this bridge between heaven and earth would make them an authority figure that would raise their authority against this they think that you're superior to them, which, I mean, isn't that their problem? I mean, who said that you were? They thought this storm would pass and it would be in their best interest to resolve the issue using magic or before the situation worsens. Some kind of problem they were having with you or with someone at work or something like that. They kind of just use magic for everything. They used it to be an authority figure. They used it to get into a relationship, to impress a girl, or keep wanting to say girl, but it could be same sex. It could to put it where it resonates. But this person got angry. They were overcome by anger because of someone they viewed as superior to them, and it made them angry because they wanted to be the authority. They wanted to be viewed as sophisticated, shapely. Spirit said form and shapely so far. So I'm not sure how that applies, but they were living in a
house.
Their house is haunted. Maybe that's how they're receiving karma. They opened a portal or some kind of door between heaven and earth. They didn't close it behind them because they don't know nothing about energy. And they don't know nothing about magic. I mean, I don't know nothing about magic either, but I know about energy, and you better be closing those doors. If you open a door, you better close it behind you, because you don't know what'll come in. You'll attract whatever you're vibrating at. So a storm came in, a storm, hurricane, a typhoon. They were caught in a howling storm that indicated how they felt completely at the mercy of the elements and supernatural forces, unable to exert any control over their waking life, especially in personal relationships. They were caught in a stormy, passionate affair, faced with the prospect of a relationship ending by the other person. Whatever the reason, their feelings of helplessness created such a situation, because they were stuck in a cycle, a reoccurring cycle, and it carried them over into the waking life or into other parts of their life, and prevented them from sensibly examining the source of what was wrong, and they went to escapism. So they used magic as some way to escape the reality of their relationship, because they felt helpless. They felt like the other person didn't want to be with them anymore, and the prospect of facing that made them have a stormy, passionate affair and use magic. What? I just got a shit ton of information. That's crazy. Why didn't they just talk to the person? Say, why? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. So, loneliness, they didn't want to be lonely. They didn't want this person to leave them, but they weren't doing good. Well, why wouldn't they get left if they're not doing their part? This person got scared to know what it'd be like without them, so they resorted to magic. When you see karma working its magic on the bitches who did you dirty, when you peel a banana and there's a bruise on it, this person was hurt that their spouse or whatever wanted to leave them. Whose apology are you still waiting for? Whose apology are you still waiting for under when you see karma working its magic on the bitches who did you dirty? So this person's receiving their karmic debt, their karmic justice, because they used magic on somebody that they haven't apologized to yet for, and they're going to continue receiving karma until they come clean to the person that they did dirty. That's how it works. You have to absolve yourself of your sins or your wrongdoing. That's why you do confession. It's not to just tell your secrets, but it's to empty your vessel, to empty your field of the things that block it. When you keep those secret things you did to hurt people inside and you're not honest about it, it leaves an impression on your field that really makes you distorted, and you operate from that energy, and it can be dark and depressing and filled with anxiety. And this person's also going through karma. They could be potentially experiencing supernatural experiences because they haven't taken that step to do the right thing yet, to take to take accountability, to apologize, to change it, to change what they've done. They haven't done that yet. They've done everything but that. And that's the bruise on their banana. That's the bruise on their banana that they haven't admitted, or they're too scared to admit that they made a mistake. Who is the biggest gossip? They could have the bruise. They could have potentially gossiped on you and ruined your reputation because they were mad at you that you wanted to leave them. What are you secretly proud of? I think that they liked doing the magic. I think that truism. What?
Medication.
I think the magic became like cathartic for them. It was something they were good at. It was something that made them feel like they had control. It was something that made them feel like they had some kind of skill or something. And maybe they did. It does take a certain kind of person to have like an acclamation to it, but it's not a fix-all thing. It doesn't fix everything. It actually makes things worse, unfortunately, because it's energy. I say it all the time, but magic's not a way to control things. Maybe temporarily for a short amount of time, but in the long term, it never works out ever. That's why God made magic as a temptation to people who need control. Are you going to address the reasons why you feel you need to control something, your own wounds? Are you going to continue to make them undetectable by clouding them without things outside of yourself, thinking you have control? Magic's a false sense of control. It's a temptation. And that's why God created it, to tempt people who are refusing to detect their wounds. or to address their wounds. But they're secretly proud of that they were good at magic. It's something that they actually had, like, it was good. They were good at it. But there's other things you can be good at that will make you feel equally as good, that doesn't have such a destructive end to it, like clearing your field and talking to spirit. What item from your childhood do you wish you still owned? So this person has childhood wounds. They have childhood wounds that they haven't healed yet, and they haven't owned up to them. You're never going to heal until you admit that there's something wrong here, and not wrong, but just imbalanced. Who could build a campfire the quickest? Who could build a campfire the quickest? This person built Evelyn. Spirit said Evelyn. This person may have used magic to build some kind of, it says campfire. They built some kind of reality. They built some kind of reality very fast, very quickly, using magic that they need to apologize for if they want to alleviate the karma that they're going through, because they could have possibly spread gossip about you like a campfire, but also put a magic spell on you. So they're just immature. How was your high school prom? They're just immature. That something happened in their childhood and high school that kind of like froze them emotionally in a very immature high school kind of state of mind. So they probably still operate, or not probably, they do. They're very just immature emotionally. They were so upset that you wanted to leave them because they're codependent. They probably felt you were the best thing they ever had, but they didn't really know how to. They don't operate from love because they have a childhood wound. They still need to heal. So, I don't know. Tell me about collective. Tell me about why did collective want to leave them? If you get free plastic surgery right now, what would you get and why? What would you get done and why? How was your high school? So collective, you weren't plastic to them. You kept it real with them, and I think that they found that it feels like they may have found that threatening, that you would call them out on certain things, that you weren't plastic, that you weren't, it was, you weren't performing surgery over here. It was like you just said it how it was, and they weren't doing what needed to be done. And so they viewed you as a threat in a sense, because they weren't ready to work on themselves. Madison. They weren't ready to work on themselves, and you called them out, and that made them feel scared to lose you, because Spirit said loneliness, because they don't want to be lonely, because they still have childhood wounds. And so you leaving them made them realize how fucked up they were, and they didn't like that. So they wanted to show you. It's very immature figure. It's very immature. It's very petty, but it's because they're still operating in a childlike emotional level, even though they're grown up. Everybody answers, if your life were a Broadway musical, what would the opening number look like? Tell us in detail. It would look like a man. It would look like a child in a man's body. They could have potentially spread rumors about Hey, Jacoby. They could have potentially spread rumors about you, about needing plastic surgery or something. They spread gossip about you like a wildfire because they're immature, and they used magic on you so you would be waiting for their apology, and they were secretly proud of it. It's fucked up, but this is a fucked up person, so what do you expect? What is something you did when you were younger to try to fit in? Yeah, this person was more concerned about you pointed out their flaws, which made them feel like they didn't fit in, like they were an outcast, like they weren't good enough. So, like high school, they went around and made friends with people who probably hated you or something, and gossiped about you
Thanks.
and did magic on you to fit in with them. So it's this person actually loves you, or something like love. They they just don't know how to treat you because you're like you're like you're like an alien to them or something, because they don't operate in love. They just found it threatening that you called them out on their bullshit. You pointed out their flaws, and so they wanted to quickly, make you look bad, and so they look good, made themselves feel better. It's a classic child move. It's very childish, very high school. Who's the biggest cock block? This person. It's like it gives the vibe of like, I'm gonna show you. You wanna call me out? Well, I'm gonna make stuff up about you, and then I'll tell everybody about it, and then I'll call you out. They didn't want you to leave them because they don't want to be lonely, but at the same time they didn't want to heal. They were caught between two worlds. It's like they chose what they default to because that's what they've been doing since high school. That's what they do to people who are on to them. What story from your life comes to mind when you hear fire? Yeah, this person this person literally feels like they're falling. I hate that falling feeling, but it's because they were messing with magic. And they were putting a magic spell on you to block you, to cock block you so you wouldn't fit in, and they were spreading rumors like wildfire. Sitting by a campfire with people doing it to fit in.
Five spirits.
They could have been with a group of 5 people or 5 friends. They were literally You were the hot topic that spread like wildfire, and they're secretly proud of it. And that's why when you see karma working its magic on the bitches who did you dirty, that's why they're going through karma, because they fucked up. They didn't heal their wounds. They took it personal that you wanted them to do better. You you pushed them to do better, and they defaulted to their high school antics of magic spells and gossiping. Pretty straightforward. So now they're in hiding from you because they know that they should apologize to you. And God says, Beverly, and God says in the Bible, to confess your sins if you want redemption, if you want His mercy. You have to make your wrongs right. And until you do, you will not be right. It's kind of like The Color Purple. Have you ever seen that movie? Until you do right by me, you'll never be, or something. But it's true, because this person completely wronged somebody in every way, shape, or form because that person wanted them to be better. And they didn't answer the call. They didn't want to be better. So they chose another route. And they haven't whose apology are you still waiting for? And they need to make it right, and they need to apologize for it. What story from your life comes to mind when you hear liar? This person! This person lied on you to everybody. They were like singing it from the rooftops like a Broadway musical. Hey, Robert. Love you? Okay, love you. Hey, welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm happy to bring the messages forward. Spirit, tell us what else you want us to know. Thank you so much for giving us the messages. How can we help? We're getting a higher perspective of this person and their emotional state, because these people aren't able to look at their emotions. And so sometimes some people want help, but they don't know how to ask and they don't know how to initiate it because they get themselves in such a shitstorm that this person could be older, or Spirit said age, or they're just immature for their age, emotionally, spiritually. They were offended that you called them out on their bullshit and that you wanted to leave them because they don't want to be lonely. Tell us about your most dramatic breakup. Yeah, just like I said, what do you need to vent about? This person wants to tell you everything, but they just don't know how. They think that by telling you that you'll reject them because what they did to you was so awful, they know, how could I possibly be forgiven for this? Patricia. Patricia could be significant, and Beverly, and Madison, and Donald. Who would make a better personal assistant? They treated you like their personal assistant instead of like someone they cared about because they don't really know how to treat somebody who's mature because they're just not healed, and they still operate out of their child wound even though they're an adult. So they didn't know how to tell you about how they feel. Well, tell us about your most dramatic breakup. Lindsay could be significant. Lindsay, Patricia, Beverly, Madison. They didn't know how to tell you that they didn't want you to leave them because you make them feel loved. They didn't know how to fix it. They felt like it was already, like, they just have low self-esteem and they don't think very highly of themselves, and they operate in their lower nature. So they wanted to treat you like a personal assistant to feel control over you so you wouldn't leave them. They thought that was like going to keep you or something, or like you would stay forever being their personal assistant, but that's not love. That's not love. So you wanted to leave them. Describe a time you were too afraid to tell someone how you really felt. I just said that. Didn't I just say that? They didn't know how to tell you that they love you so much that they can't even imagine you out of their life. But now they're at a point where they're so spiritually broke from doing magic on you and from spreading rumors and lies about you and blocking you, that they kind of feel like it's I have, what do you need to vent about? Whose apology are you still waiting for? Describe a time you're too afraid to tell someone how you feel. Tell us about your most dramatic breakup. What's a story that comes to life when you comes to mind when you hear the word liar? Like, this person is in pain because they hurt the one person that kept it real with them. Everyone else they were friends with was like plastic, and you were the only one who got the job done. So now they're in regret and they're facing karma and they're spiritually devaluing. They devalued you. They made you under clock block. Spirit said devaluing. They devalued you because they devalue themselves because of their childhood wound. Something happened to them in high school that made them feel powerless, like they had no control, like they were unworthy. And so they devalued you because they devalued themselves. They thought they were not worthy enough for you. And so they had to devalue you, treat you like a personal assistant instead of like a king or a queen, because they didn't view themselves that way. And so this is what happens when you don't have self-love. You literally will self-destruct and sabotage everything good in your life. When you do not heal your wounds, you do not look at them, you do not accept them or embrace them, and you act out, this is what happens. It's destructive. That's why you have to do it. Eventually, you have to do it. It's inevitable. Otherwise, you self-destruct. This person ruined the one person in their life that was not, that was real, that kept it real with them. If you could steal one thing without consequence, what would it be? Time. This person wishes they could rewind time. If they knew then what they know now. But see, that's the thing, that's their problem. They think that by going back it's going to fix it, but they need to realize that if this happened, they have to learn how to fix it where it's at. And the only way to do that is to come clean and to be honest and to fix it the where it's at now. This person could come to you and say, I did something really awful to you because I was immature, because I love you so much I didn't want to lose you. And the thought of losing you, this person's so emotional. They have such a huge rejection wound that if they think that if they tell you the truth, you'll reject them. But you're going to reject them anyway if you don't tell them that, if they don't tell you the truth, because this is where they're leaving it. Who would, you can't leave things like that. Spirit said yes, and I just got a confirmation. You can, if you really care about bureaucratic. This isn't a time to be a politician and lie about your sins. This is someone that you claim to love. So this person has a lot of explaining to do because they acted out of a childhood wound and they didn't want to face the fact that this person was right. Investigation. They need to start investigating the reason why they acted this way, because it's not this person's fault that they wanted them to do better. That's what you're supposed to do in life. You're supposed to do better. Otherwise, you just treat people this way and you sabotage good things in your life. If this person really wants this person in their life, then they need to correct it. They need to correct the slander, the gossip, and that's going to make them, it's going to make them look bad, but at least to the one person who's important to them, out of all these people, it's so much emotion. This person's going through karmic debt. This person is in pain. I feel bad for them. None of this would have happened if they just admitted that they were wrong and they wanted to do better, but they didn't have any intention of doing better. They wanted to continue to use you like a personal assistant, use you whenever it suited their needs,
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. I didn't even read this card. What ridiculous thing has someone tricked you into doing or believing? This person might have believed some lie that was said about you. Maybe they weren't the ones who started the gossip about you, but they were the ones who finished it. And they did it because I don't know why they did it. Or well, I know why they did it, but I don't know why they didn't just tell you about it. Spirit, why didn't this person just talk to? Because they're a fool. Because they're a fool. Instead of talking to you about how they felt, because it says right here, describe a time you're too afraid to tell someone how you really felt, they decided to try something new. They went to They went to someone new because they thought that, oh well, they're gonna leave me anyway. I might as well just start a new relationship. So they went to someone new. They started a third party. Tower, because they were afraid of changes. They were trying to avert disaster. They were trying to stop a collapse in their own personal life. But what happened is the person they chose was probably in competition because it wasn't actually over yet between you guys. They got a Queen of Wands in reverse. I told you, the third party. They got a Queen of Wands in reverse. Eesh. Demanding, jealousy, insecure, aggressive, emptiness, selfishness. I'm not love, not comp. That's right. It's not a competition, but this third party viewed this person as competition because this person actually loves this person actually loves the person they were with, but because they were afraid of changing, they're afraid of doing better because they didn't know how, but they didn't know how to talk about it. They felt pressure to change and they didn't know how. And so what they do is they bounce from relationship to relationship to keep that exciting new part of the relationship, but this person was just asking them to be better. Stop treating them like a personal assistant and be better. And so, because they were too afraid to do better, their fear of change, a stormy time came upon them because they found somebody where they were at vibrationally, which was a Queen of Wands in reverse. That's a selfish, empty person, full of jealousy, rage, demanding, insecure. You know, this person is a third party and was probably in competition. And this person's a King of Wands. I told you, King of Wands and a Queen of Wands. This person attracted someone who is exactly who they are. Because that's how vibration works. That's how energy works. The person they were with they were drifting apart vibrationally because the person they were with wanted to do better. Absolutely. The person they were with wanted to do better, and this person wasn't ready to do better. So they went and off and found someone that is exactly the way they are. And now they're with somebody who's given them a taste of their own medicine to show them what it's like to be with themselves. Impulsiveness, ruthless, unachievable expectations, stubborn, opinionated. With a Queen of Wands, two toxic people together that match each other's vibration, fire and fire. That's how it works. That's how energy works. This person didn't want to match collective's vibration, getting a high vibration, healing, doing better, becoming the best versions of themselves, healing childhood wounds. They didn't want to do that because they were scared. Because they were restless, they were bored, they were afraid this person would leave them. But this person, divination, something about divination. They may have used divination to spy on their future. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. They were naive. They thought they were naive under Page of Wands under the Fool. There was somebody who was young who may have given them a card reading or something, but it wasn't true. Is that right, Spirit? Is that what I'm reading right? Someone gave them some young fool who's naive and stupid used divination when they shouldn't have. They're not even ordained to use divination, and lied about whatever the reading was. So they were under some kind of false pretense of the person they were with, and it made them a fool. It wasn't even a true reading. Devil in reverse. Spirit says it's time to release your limiting beliefs. They may have been a succubus. Oh my gosh, what? They may have oh my god. All right, I'm just gonna say it. So, so they met this Queen of Wands in reverse, just an evil person. But they're a King of Wands in reverse, so they're kind of, they're kind of there too. But this Queen of Wands was operating in devil energy. So they have lustful tendencies. They use sex to get what they want. They're very sexual. They everything sex, sex, sex. And this person gave this gave collective's person a succubus. They gave him a dark energy attachment. Yes. They gave him a dark energy attachment. And they also gave them a false reading. This tell me about this Queen of Wands in reverse. What was this Queen of Wands in reverse motive?
I don't know.
This Queen of Wands wanted your person for themselves. So they gave them a false reading, or they knew somebody and said, "Hey, slip them some money," and said, "Hey, tell this person they're not supposed to be with them." The They wanted to steal your man, collective. They wanted to steal your guy. They were in devil energy, lusty. They basically told them that something about divination. They used divination to lie to them about something you were doing in devil energy, but that it wasn't true. And so they went forward with this Queen of Wands in a relationship together, some evil ass, toxic ass relationship. And now they want to retreat because this person was feeling they wanted to go in a redirection because they believed a lie about you that was told by this Queen of Wands and a Page of Wands, using divination in devil energy. It was a lie. And they created a fake tower, a fear of changes, restlessness, a collapse. They caused
Casket.
casket. They caused a death to your relationship because they wanted them for themselves. That's craziness. That is so crazy. Ace of Wands. But to be fair, this person asserted dominance over you, creative, collective. They're a King of Wands in reverse, so they're ruthless. They're impulsive, and this person gave them a negative.
Hunter.
They're a hunter. Yeah, this person gave them a sex demon, a succubus. So now they're operating in devil energy, and they have a negative energy attachment. But at the same time, they need to come forward with what they did if they want to somehow relieve the karma and the pressure that they're feeling. Otherwise, they're not going to have new opportunities. They're not going to have enthusiasm or energy. They're not going to be inspired. They're going to live in devil energy if they do not rectify the situation. They're going to be living. The devil is under the tower. They're going to be living in a devil tower because they have dark energy attachments. They're completely spiritually bankrupt. If they want help from God, they have to do the right thing and fix what they've done, or they're going to be Five of Cups, grief, loss, despair, regret, pessimism, disappointment, feeling unloved, abandoned. You damn right you're abandoned. Who wants to be around a King of Wands in reverse in devil energy with a dark energy attachment? Spirit says right. They might not understand energy or spirituality. And I think that's how they got into this mess, because they don't have any discernment. They don't have any intuition. This Queen of Wands got them into magic and purposely lied to them about you, collective, because they wanted them for themselves. They thought that by getting this person that they would have balance and unity, but they didn't know that they were a King of Wands in reverse, that they needed help. They must have saw you guys together or something and thought it was all peaches and cream, that there were no problems. But that's not true. This person is stubborn, opinionated, unachievable expectations, impulsive, and ruthless. The devil with the Hierophant. This person's a dark priestess. This person is evil as hell. This person's evil. They're it's not a good combination together, I'll tell you that. And if they want any kind of inspiration or new beginning, they have to get rid of this person. They have to leave this person behind, because as long as they're in this person's dimension, as long as they're in their field, or even like a text message from them will automatically bring them back to this evil ass energy, and they'll continue to feel grief, loss, despair, regret, pessimism, disappointment, abandonment, anger. This person, I think this person uses sex to keep your King of Wands in reverse. They use sex, but every time they do sex with them, they're doing something like they're putting some like magic on them or something, because they have yeah, every time this person has sex with this person, they put a magic on them. I don't mean to laugh, but if this person understood energy to begin with, if they just listened to you to begin with, they wouldn't even be in this situation. And now they can't even make it right, because because they're so ruled by sex, because of that succubus on them. This person keeps on amplifying the succubus in them every time they have sex together. Ace of Swords. Mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas. This Spirit's saying if this person wants a chance at having any kind of breakthrough or mental clarity or regaining of their power, they need to be logical. They need to understand energy. They need to start fessing up to what they've done, going towards making it right, because they could fix this. They could fix this if they just swallow their pride and their ego, and they just admit what they did to this person. And they separate themselves from this evil ass Queen of Wands in reverse with Hierophant devil energy. This person's no good. Maybe they should even, I don't know, they should just call the cops on that person or something. This person is like bad news. They're so jealous and aggressive. As I say, call the police, the chariot upside down. Yeah, Spirit says unfasten. They're unhinged, man. They're unhinged. They could potentially be possessed. Close eyes. They could potentially be possessed or something. This person's bad news. I don't know who I'm talking to, but if I'm talking to the person that is going through this, you gotta separate yourself from this energy, or you're never gonna have mental clarity. You're never gonna get help from God. You're never gonna rectify it. You're gonna be imprint. You're gonna imprint yourself with Five of Cups energy. You're gonna be in grief and loss and despair. If that's how you want to stay, then fine. But I'm telling you that obeying, if you want to continue obeying this person who's evil as hell, then you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have big problems if you continue to obey this person. because they're not for your highest good, and they keep you in the devil energy, and you have a succubus on you. If you get away from this energy and you start healing your wounds, your succubus will have no choice but to go, because it can't stay in a place where it doesn't have the right energy to feed on. You can't have an energy attachment if you raise your vibration, because it won't be matching. So Knight of Swords in reverse. Disorganized, scattered,
Neighborhood.
the neighborhood. Impulsive, unpredictable, violence, unfocused, scattered, disorganized. It's not good, man. It's not good energy to be in. It doesn't feel good at all. All right. How can this person unfuck themselves? Besides the two things you really need to do is come clean to the person you hurt and tell them what happened. And you either, whether they reject you or not, it doesn't matter, because you have to do it to absolve yourself. That's the way it works. You will live in uncertainty and not get any help at all. At least if you tell them and they still reject you, at least you still absolve yourself. You still take responsibility, and you clear your field of that. And that is one way that you can release the energy field and get more light in, so you can at least get rid of that succubus. Because as long as you stay with this person and you don't tell someone what you did and apologize to them, you'll be a matching field to the succubus and to devil energy, because that's just how it works. So you're going to have to just bite the bullet, separate yourself. Don't even tell them why you're separating yourself. Just completely cut them off, because if you keep feeding them energy, they'll keep on taking energy from you, and you'll be 5 of Cups. Despair, regret, disappointment, abandonment, feeling unloved, grief, loss, despair. Okay? Telling you. How can this person unfuck themselves? They're not smarter, they're not more mindful, they're not stronger or any of that stuff. They don't have anything you don't. The only difference is that successful people don't wait. They're not waiting for the right moment. You're way more likely to sell out on yourself than anyone else. The longer you wait, the longer you make yourself suffer. You know what the right thing to do is, so you just have to suck it up and do it. And know that you'll be okay. You're not going to die by doing it. You'll just be a little embarrassed, but at least you will have cleared your field of that. You'll at least have a little sliver of room to let some light in, so you can start the healing process. Okay? I hope this helps. Love ya. Bye.